The music industry is a tough place to traverse in today's world. With profits down, more and more people are having a hard time making it, but yet, some still do. From curators to critics to artists to labels, many are able to find their own niche in the growing world of music and thrive from it. Hi, I'm Matt Monroe from 89.9, and this is How to Survive in the Music Industry. On today's show, we talk to Gabe and Charlie from Cymbal, a music social networking app that's beginning to take the music world by storm. Described as the Instagram of music, users on the app can share songs from Spotify and SoundCloud that they think is their song of the moment, which people can like and comment on. Artists like Pusha T and labels like Domino are already active users on the app, which is growing bigger and bigger by the day. I talked to Gabe and Charlie about the app's origins, its future, and how they survive in the music industry. So to start off, I have a question for Gabe. If I remember correctly, you ran a blog called Lower Frequencies that kind of sparked the idea for Cymbal, right?
Yeah, that's usually how I answer this question, because I think that is where the idea stemmed from. I had this music blog that I started in high school. I did it for about 4 years, and at a certain point in college, like around sophomore year, I started to get like a little bit bored with it. And the idea of the music blog was that I put up just one song a day, and I tried to do it like for every day of the week. And the idea of that was, it was because I thought the music ecosystem, the blogosphere was just too crowded and there was just too much information, and all people really want is like one great song. They just want to focus on one thing at a time, especially because it takes like 3 minutes to listen to a song versus like Instagram where it's just one picture. So I got kind of bored because it was all coming from me and there wasn't really a community surrounding my blog, and that's where the idea for Cymbal came from, is that maybe everyone should have a blog like this where everyone can share their one song.
That's awesome, man. This next question actually is for Charlie. So Charlie, since you are the head of growth of Cymbal, how's it actually been seeing the app grow over the past year?
It's amazing. I mean, the thing about Cymbal is that like we're not, like Instagram, or Twitter, we're not like a billion users. But the community that's on the app is, first of all, it's big, and second of all, it's like a community that really actually loves music. Like they're here because, not because of some secondary or tertiary reason, but really just because they want to celebrate their favorite songs. And so for our first 9 or 10 months, we've had kind of a miraculous experience, with the response we've gotten.
And to kind of end things off real quick, how do you guys think you're surviving in the music industry so far as sort of outsiders to it?
It's a great question, and I think that the reason we are surviving, strange as it may sound, is because we're outsiders to the music industry. That's not just sort of like a pose that really means something. The last 10 or 15 years of the history of the music industry has been really dramatic. If you are an insider in the music industry, you've seen incredible contraction in what you do. If you 10 or 15 years ago were betting on CDs, or you were betting on the sort of traditional means of sharing and distributing music, stuff has really changed for you. It's really changed dramatically. So that's why a startup like Cymbal can exist, and that's why a startup like Cymbal has to exist, because people had to invent new and truly useful ways of creating music, of sharing music, of delivering music, of keeping the music business alive in order for it to stay alive. And I think that that's what we're shooting for here. I think by creating a social network around music, we're using sort of very modern ideas that are sort of outsider to the music industry to find a new way to get music to people.
To end things off, I want to thank Charlie and Gabe for coming on the show and chatting with me for a bit about their great app. Cymbal is currently exclusive to iOS for the time being, so you can only download it via the App Store or on their website, cymbal.fm. However, for Android users, the guys over at the app are hard at work making a beta just for you. Surviving in the music industry is tough, as there's a lot of people out there trying to make it. So I hope from this series that I inspire people to want to be a part of the industry, as if you work hard enough and meet the right people, you can make it. So hopefully you learned a thing or two from Gabe and Charlie, as this has been How to Survive in the Music Industry. Now let's get back to some great music on 89.9, College Radio's best.